one time I saw this really deformed guy in there, and I really felt sorry for the guy. But I remember he ate the chips like his fingers were gone, so he would like pick up the chip in here and like have to like barely got it in there. So today we are back again, combating the dreary drabs of the internet once again, and we got a good show for you today. A good little segment here.
So, have you ever wondered how these little podunk, hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurants stay alive? It's because of the church families. It's because of you guys getting the craving for salty chips and margaritas while you're supposed to be listening to the sermon. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a Mexican restaurant tier list. This goes out to all the suburban church families out there that keep these places in business all year long.
And if you're not Texan, this doesn't apply to you because your Mexican food sucks. If you think otherwise, you need to get mental counseling.
That's right. All right, so we got a little tier list queued up here.
Yep.
We got some good options on here, right? Some bad ones too.
Oh yeah, got some good ones here.
We're just gonna go down the line here, standard operating procedure. So Bryce, if I'm not mistaken, has some of their menus queued up as well.
And so here we go.
So
what do we got first here?
All right, first we're starting off with El Fenix.
Yeah.
This
El Fenix
is a staple of McKinney. You know, it's it's your run-of-the-mill Mexican restaurant. It doesn't stand out at all. It doesn't do anything to distinguish it from anything else. So, but it's not the worst food you've ever had. So we're giving that a C tier. Let's move on to Blue Goose. Now,
C tier. So you have no interest in looking at the El Fenix menu?
Yeah, I mean we can take a look at it.
We can take a look. I mean, you know, like you said, you know, pretty accurate description. I mean, we got our Bonta sampler that looks like heartburn and diabetes wrapped up into one.
The cheese does not look
good. And if it doesn't look, and ladies and gentlemen, if it doesn't look good on the advertisement, kind of like when you're watching a Wendy's commercial and you're going, God. So, queso fundido. That guacamole looks terrible. That guacamole looks like diarrhea on steroids. Diarrhea on tap. That's what it looks like.
All right, let's move on to good old Blue Goose Cantina. Yeah. So this is a chain, but it's based around. I usually go to the one in McKinney. So this is pretty, standard Mexican restaurant. I will say they have some really good beefy nachos going for them. You know, their chips aren't the best, but they got some good nachos and decent service, average atmosphere. So I think this is a solid B tier.
So here we go. I got the Blue Goose pulled up. Appetizers. We get the Mesquite. Not a great city. I'm sorry. Grilled fajita quesadilla. I'm gonna call it quesadilla just to piss people off. We got the Mesquite grilled fajita quesadilla.
Good presentation.
I mean, better than the last one, but that's not saying much. Yeah. Blue Goose. Hold on. Vegetable quesadilla. You know what? You need to take that back to California. Nachos de Gonzo. Nachos de Gonzo. I guarantee I'm pronouncing that wrong, but you know what? I don't care. Mexican shrimp cocktail. You see anything you like here?
I mean, I already said my piece. I like their nachos.
I mean, the nachos are good. You know, I haven't been there in a number of years, so I am going tomorrow.
There are always a lot of people there.
I am going tomorrow, so we will see. We will see if it has lived up to what it used to be, or if it has plummeted into the depths of despair. So,
all right.
Yeah. Solid B tier, maybe from the last time. Next time I go, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe it's a failure. I don't know. We'll have to see.
So coming up third on the list, we got good old Chipotle, fan favorite. We don't even have to discuss this one. It's S tier.
Are you sure about that one?
Look, they're really stingy about their rewards points, but I've been racking them up lately. So
When somebody charges $4 for guac, I always get a little bit cautious.
I think the Chipotle, they always skimp you out on the meat. They always, give you a dirty look if you ask for some queso or something. So bad workers, but their food makes up for it.
It's a better option than the most fast food places.
I wouldn't even say it's fast food, but
I would say it's still.
I'd say it's good food.
It's definitely no.
Fast.
It's definitely still fast food.
No,
you can't say that Chipotle is not fast food.
But you can't throw that in a category with Wendy's, Arby's. You just can't do that.
Are you sure about that?
Because they have fresh ingredients. We all know what Chipotle has: bowls, burritos.
All right. So what's your go-to bowl?
White rice, no beans, double steak, queso, corn, sour cream, cheese, and guacamole.
Sour cream cheese? I can't stand sour cream. I think sour cream is terrible.
It cools down the heat of the meat.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You don't want to cool down the heat of the meat. You like to eat lukewarm meat?
It's like when you have something sweet, you need something salty.
That's not even close. That's not even close. No.
All right, we gotta move on.
What are you talking? Hey, I haven't talked about my bowl. Okay.
Well, who cares about your bowl?
No one cares about. What are you talking about? Okay, I like to get the side tortilla,
the kids' meal.
the side tortilla. Okay, and warmed up. Okay, I'll get the white rice because I'm racist, obviously. The black beans to even it out. Okay. I like to get the steak, the real steak, not that fake nonsense. Then I like to get, what do I like to get? Oh yeah, I like to get the medium salsa. Get that medium salsa. Okay, not the easy, not the mild, but the medium. Okay. Then I typically do some cheese on that bad boy. Put some corn in there, and then just slap it all on top with some iceberg lettuce. Even terrible. Get my greens in. So yeah.
99% water. All right, we are moving on to perhaps the worst mainstream Mexican restaurant out there, on the border. This is a D tier, and I'll explain why. Their chips are the worst chips that you'll ever have. You can literally see the piles of salt in the chip, and it is dry. I mean, it's as advertised. It's on the board. It's dry.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
They serve you a whole platter of onions and vegetables, and like a third of it is the meat. So bad service, bad atmosphere.
So the first on the border was in Dallas, like in Dallas proper.
I believe it.
And I went to it when I was younger. Closed down. Used to be a lot better. One time I saw this really deformed guy in there, and I really felt sorry for the guy. But I remember he ate the chips like his fingers were gone, so he would like pick up the chip in here and like have to like barely got it in there. And I felt really bad for the dude, but it seemed like he was doing pretty well. I mean, he was cracking up, he was making jokes, but nonetheless, the chips were bad. So yeah, I don't think I've seen it on the border. I mean, there's a lot going on at the border, but but I haven't seen an on the border restaurant around here in a while. How about you?
I mean, there's one Allen.
No one cares about Allen. Allen sucks.
They do the triangle method for cutting their tortillas. These, it's like they just took a big machete and just cut up like this big chips. It is not optimal for anything. So
no, it's not.
On the board, you deserve all the hate you get, and we're not apologizing.
I mean, it's not even worth going over the menu. Who cares?
Right. We're going on to Christina's. All right, this is a restaurant I've been to a lot after church, and I think this is a restaurant that probably falls high C tier, low B tier. We're gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Give it B tier because a lot of good memories there. Decent service. They were really good carne asada, but it's not. There's nothing super special about the restaurant. Nothing.
Yeah, it's just kind of a
placeholder.
It's a placeholder. Anything on the menu you specifically remember? Any childhood memories with?
Their beef fajita nachos are good.
Okay. Abuelos. Now, I have something to say about this one. Okay. Let me tell you. I have some memories at Abuelos. And I go in there. I feel like I'm going into Magic Kingdom. I feel like I'm going into the Latin version of Magic Kingdom. You go in there. There's a statue of Grandpa. I don't know who Grandpa is. It's called, but I don't even know who he is. But there's Grandpa. And we go in, and the sky, the ceiling is painted like the sky. For a kid, this is just incredible. There's all this kind of stuff going on. But, last time I went, I fear that Grandpa had passed away, and I didn't know about it. I'm pretty sure Grandpa was the only one who made sure those Gen Zs were whipped into shape, and the millennials didn't whine. And I think I think he passed away. I don't know what happened, but I don't think he was there anymore. So yeah, that's my story with the Abuelos. Last time I was there, I was in Oklahoma City, and like I said, I think that Grandpa got the bad genes. It was like he moved to Oklahoma and completely forgot his heritage because he didn't stay in Texas. Yeah.
So this restaurant has everything going for it aesthetically, but when it comes to the menu, not much.
Are we rating them on what they were in their prime? In their prime years, or what they are right now? Okay. Because I would have given Abuelos probably an A tier back in the day.
I mean, we can negotiate for
maybe let's do a B tier because I think it still deserves a little praise. Presently, it is a C tier, but for its pedigree, we give it a B.
8-10 years. I don't know.
I haven't been here in my. That's embarrassing. I haven't been there in like 12 or 13. So Court puts this on D tier. Now, I'm not a fan of fast food, so I agree with this one.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot believe it. I used to go there, be sitting, chilling in the back of my mom's car, Suburban, and just ask for a bean and cheese burrito. What was I doing back then?
I don't know what you were doing back then.
And just looking back on that now, you're literally eating a lump of lard. It's refried beans are pretty much half lard, half beans. And I just can't. I mean, I will say I forget which one of them has cinnamon chips and one has cinnamon twists. But
oh yeah, I think the cinnamon twists were Bueno. I'm pretty sure.
Crunchy, but you know what? For that, I'll move them back up to C tier.
No, they deserve a D tier. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not. Yeah.
You're trying to give something that just can't get. It's kind of like the overweight girl, in the play who's trying to play this really really pretty girl, and she's just trying, she's really trying, and there's a scene where the hero has to pick her up. Okay, that's like trying to put her up in the C tier. If you have the hero pick her up, that show's gonna be done real fast. So I think the D tier is a perfect spot. Someone's gonna get hurt. Yeah.
All right. Cocina.
Cocina.
It's a pretty good restaurant, but it's a little more style over substance. The service is okay. The restaurant looks very, modern, very clean. Their fajitas are pretty good. Yeah. But out of these others in B tier, I can't say I would go to Cocina over.
Cocina is the most overrated. It is the most overrated, mediocre restaurant at its current place. It used to be really good. It used to have some good things on the menu. It used to have some quality. It was never like some of the restaurants we're gonna get to. We got two at the end here. Whew, let me tell you something. We're to their level, okay? But it used to be, a decent mid-tier restaurant. Now, I don't even want to go in there. You go in there, you got a guy who can't speak English. His, whole mouth is gold teeth. You don't know what they're saying, So, I don't think so.
It's not a bad restaurant. It's just not all it's cracked up.
No, it's definitely not.
All right. So we're going to throwback here. Jalapeno Tree. Now, I don't know how many of you have been to Jalapeno Tree, but all the peel back then in youth football, full armor, MCA, know all about Jalapeno Tree. They got the ice cream machine. A lot of memories here post game. You know, they got all the straw. They have all these colored straws that you could connect together, and you could like make little structures with them. So Jalapeno Tree, I remember, always used to have good enchiladas, and I have a lot of really good memories there. So
The menu,
they had an ice cream machine.
the menu looks like crap.
Yeah, it's not the best, but
When I look at this menu, you know what I see? I see sticky floors. I see tabletops that have not been cleaned for 3 years. Have that ceramic top. You know what I'm talking about.
that's part of it.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing they use to clean is water. Okay? There's like a stain that's been on the table for like 4 years. You know what I'm talking about. When you see this video, look at this. Look at this.
That's how you know it's authentic Mexican food.
Yeah. Okay.
So, because this is a joint list, I would put this on A tier, but we got to compromise, so we're going to put another on B tier.
It's not even worth B tier, but you know what?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It-
It's not even.
Fuzzies is just not.
Fuzzies isn't it.
No.
She ain't it.
No.
She ain't it.
No. Fuzzies is. What kind of name is that, too? You just think of like a moldy taco, or, you know, it's.
You know? Fuzzies? If there are fuzzies on my taco, we got something to say about that, you know? We got to have a different conversation.
Bland tacos, wannabe velvet taco, wannabe Torchy's taco.
It's kind of like when your wife tries to get onto you, you know? Are those your underwear on the floor of the bathroom? You know, because I'm a dude. I had to shower, I left my underwear on the floor. She's drilling you. Are those your underwear? And you go, well, they better be. Because, I mean, you know, if they're not, we've got to be having a completely different conversation. You know, if I have fuzzy growing on my taco, we got to have a completely different conversation here. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth its salt, man. I don't even think it's worth salt. No.
We're going to local McKinney hero, family business, strong name, good strong business. The Harrells, they own Petra. Petra is, and I'm not just saying this because I'm biased. Petra is authentic Mexican food.
It's some stuff.
It's S tier. Look, try their chicken asopado. Try their steak tacos.
Yeah.
They got the little bacon bits in there.
Oh yeah.
Try anything on their menu. I mean, it's really good. We used to always go there after football games, and you know, the whole football team would get to eat family style, and so lots of good memories there, and great service. You know, the Harrell boys are all working there.
Not very hard, but you know, yeah.
Yeah, they're hardly working. But yeah, great location too, and I can't really say anything bad about it other than they made their portion for the chicken asopado a lot smaller than it used to be, but that's about it.
No, let's go, Brandon. So,
all right, we're going with Rosa's Cafe. All right, this place's tortillas are unbelievable. I think Rosa's is probably one of my favorite Mexican restaurants around here. Their tortillas and honey are really good, and their fajitas are on point. Yeah. Still not the best, but I think it deserves A tier.
you know, Rosa's is kind of like that place where if you want to make a mob deal, it's the perfect spot. You know why? It's not too high class, you know? You're not sitting around with all the people that might be doing something dirty, but it's not too ghetto at the same time. You know what I mean? It's got that perfect, you know, it's that suburban place. It's non-assuming, you know, what kind of mob boss. It's not the weird, like, you know, rundown building the Mercedes is pulling up and the Russian guys are getting out. It's not the highfalutin place, you know. It's just that perfect middle spot to be inconspicuous. So I think for the lack of food quality, okay, the use case of doing mob deals, A tier.
All right, we got the more famous twin brother to Taco Bueno, Taco Bell.
No, this ain't it.
All the
This ain't it.
all the commercials, everything you always get. always here. It's you know, like I said, we want to give it a
Horrific.
C, but we got to
A
give it
national disgrace. This is
I know a lot of people like Taco Bell out there.
any Latino Americans who go to this place, you disgraced your own culture, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're doing. You know, it's kind of like McDonald's, okay? All right? McDonald's is a national disgrace. It's a national disgrace. Look at that place. It's terrible. It's horrible. Horrific. Nasty. Disgusting. Who wants to go there? You know?
It's the obesity badge of honor.
It's the obesity. Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. You know what? It's the obesity badge of honor. You know, you got Felipe, Jose, and Fernando pulling up to the Taco Bell, eating their lives away, drowning their sorrows away because none of them could have copped that spicy Latina at the homecoming dance. That ain't gonna help you. You gotta move on in life. You gotta upgrade to some of these other ones we put up here higher on the list.
All right, we got a good one next. Torchy's tacos. Other than having obnoxiously long lines, I really can't complain about them.
Torchy's is something.
They're Wrangler. If you add some avocado, the Democrat no onion. As much as I hate to admit it, the Democrat taco is better than the Republican taco.
Yeah.
And the green chili pork, excellent. You think an A or...
You know what? If you're going to put Chipotle in S tier, which I completely disagree with, you got to put Torchy's up there in S tier. Oh, yeah. All right, so you went through it, favorite taco. All right, you know what? Here's what I do. I go in for breakfast. I get 3 bacon, egg, and cheese. 3 bacon, egg, and cheese. Okay, I want to do it with red salsa. Okay, if you do it with the green salsa, you need to go find therapy. For lunch, we're gonna have 3 different tacos. We're gonna have a wood. No, we're gonna have a green chili pork, 2 crossroads, and then for dinner, slap a Democrat on there. Got to be culturally appropriate, you know. So
you have to dip your toe into what you hate.
You got to squeeze it in there somewhere. So,
all right, coming up next, we got a mediocre restaurant. We're talking Uncle Julio's. Everyone's heard of this one.
That is whoa.
Uncle Julio's is not a good Mexican restaurant. It's so big. It's like a megaplex.
That's not even
every
close.
single table is filled, and you wonder why. I mean, the fajitas are subpar. The chips aren't anything to speak of. The strawberry lemonade is not very well done. The service is off. It's no better than El Fenix, but it's not much better than Taco Bell. So,
You know, I've had some fond memories at Uncle Julio's. I think the common theme here, just like Western civilization, is it used to be a lot better, you know? And Uncle Julio's used to be probably about a B tier. Maybe there was a time where it was an A tier.
Julio's was never.
It was definitely there was definitely a time it was an A tier. 100%. There was definitely a time it was an A tier. But the bean counters came in. They lowered the quality of their meat. You go in and you get lukewarm meat. Lukewarm. The waitresses used to be hot. Now they're all overweight. They don't care. They don't give a crap. They don't care. They don't give a crap. No one cares. You know, you order iced tea. They bring you out strawberry lemonade. And, you know, and then on top of all of that, you get a gay waiter. And you're like, I came to a Latina establishment. What? So, yeah. Not great.
All right. Chuy's. There's nothing really going on for Chuy's. We're putting that D tier. All right, we're going El Chico.
Whoa. We can't just skip over Chuy's. Chuy's has a long and storied history.
No one goes Chuy's. Come on. We're passing that. All right, El Chico.
No. Chuy's has a long and storied history. I don't know what you're talking about.
But we're not going to tell it today.
Why are we not going to tell it?
Because it's not a legacy worth retelling.
Are you sure? I disagree. But he's going to put it in D tier anyway. Okay.
All right, El Chico. So this is kind of like the most grimy setting of a Mexican restaurant you can get. It's like the pastel colors, like blue. They had that water fountain in the middle of the restaurant. All the weird paintings and just kind of grimy tables and weird atmosphere. But we used to always go to this restaurant after church, and it was.
The name is like a cringe young female artist that's trying to get male groupies. You know what I'm talking about? And that's about the only thing I can see with El Chico. It's kind of like the Latino, the teenage Latino version of Taylor Swift. You know, El Chico coming in here. Now I know L is male, but for some reason I'm still getting female.
Yeah, it's the food is probably closer to D tier, but I've been there with my family a lot, so I'm gonna give it C tier. It is classic post church lunch energy. Now Dos Charros is about the same as El Chico, but probably worse. Yeah. And look at that logo. That's a trash logo right there.
It is pretty trash. It's terrible.
They had these upper rafters that no one could access, and it's just a strange restaurant. You know, they got the red cups that, you know, some restaurants put crayons in. So Dos Charros is a running joke in my family. It's not a good establishment, weird atmosphere. So we're putting that D tier.
Oh no, we got one more. We got one more after this. We got one more. Oh, this next one is beautiful. It's glorious. I have had so many amazing memories at this next establishment.
We're talking Muchacho.
Muchacho. This place, S tier.
I think I've only been there once, maybe. I don't really remember
So
anything special about it.
So you suck.
I mean,
no, it's an S tier place. You gotta slap that S tier. You gotta slap that S tier. You know, because this place, you go in there, they have the Pollo Perfecto. Comes with a really nice charred jalapeno on the side. Now, you probably can't handle that because you can't handle spice, but this guy keeps on saying he wants to date a Latino. I'm telling him, dude, you better build up that resistance. Dude, you eat tomato sauce and you think it's spicy, dude. You just get ready.
You know, there's a certain quality about people who like spicy foods that just it gets into your skin. You know, they act like they're higher up than you. They're like, maybe it's an inherited quality that they have. It's like, you didn't do anything to get that. They're just like, oh, you can't handle spicy foods.
Tell that to a Latina girl. You'll find out real quick. Okay,
she'll have to get used to American food.
No, okay. Good luck with that.
We're eating burgers on Mondays and tacos on Tuesdays. So.
Right. So, the last one is by far
it's an honorable mention.
The greatest Mexican food restaurant maybe in the world. The Mexican. True to its name. In Dallas. By far the best one.
I've never been there, so I can't vouch for that, but we're going to put it A tier.
It's God tier. It's beyond S. It is God tier.
We'll have to go there sometime and find out.
All right, we'll have to take this guy along. He can't handle spice. I'm going to give him the most spicy. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite over a good-looking waitress, okay? And I'll be like, you need to get this guy some spice. He likes spice. And I'm just going to torture this guy. That's what's going to happen. When you go to Muchacho, they cook everything with butter.
Look, Muchacho should not be S tier. Muchacho is not even worth it.
You know what they cook crap with at Chipotle? Seed oils.
I'm sure they cook it at Muchacho. You don't even know what they cook with that.
I know what they. I've been there. I know the people I know the servers.
You aren't
I
back
go
in the
in there.
kitchen. You
They
aren't
cook with
seeing
butter.
every single
They
meal that
cook
they
with
cook.
With
butter.
butter.
No.
Butter. That's what they cook with.
You're deluded.
You know what? You're delusional. No. You are delusional. They cook with butter. Okay? They have medium
that's so
rare
much better.
steak.
Our demographic,
Yeah.
18 to 25-year-olds, they're not going to Muchacho. They're going to Chipotle.
No,
one
your
knows
logic is
Muchacho.
completely wrong.
No one knows
I don't go to Muchacho every day, but it doesn't make it better than Chipotle.
I mean, that's your opinion. I don't even have to argue for Chipotle because everyone loves Chipotle. Most of these restaurants are not very good. We're just trying to argue for the top few, but
They're all pretty bad. Let's be honest. I mean, most of them, except for Petra.
bad Mexican restaurants are a dime a dozen.
Okay, which of these?
Which of the S tier can graduate to being God tier? You know what deserves God tier? Those game days where you come back with your buddies, your pals, you know, you're trying to rizz up the local waitress, you know, you got Pops in the back making the food, you got Sam Harrell running out with your you know, quesadillas or whatever you got. Petra's is the place with the fondest memories, you know. Got your pals out there. You're looking forward to graduation, you know. I think that Petra, by far, even though Sam Harrell's lazy, by far,
By
far, is the one that deserves the title of God tier.
We need to get Sam Harrell on the lineup in here.
We do need to get Sam Harrell.
Hey, bro.
Hey Sam, how's it going?
It's going good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey bro, we're filming a podcast right now, and so we're doing a Mexican restaurant tier list right now, and we have an S tier. Petra is one of the 4 that we have up there. So yeah, we got you on the line over here. Why don't you say a few words about, you know, what goes into crafting a perfect Mexican restaurant experience? What makes it so good?
What makes Petra so good?
Yeah.
All right. Dude, what I would say, and I'm trying to think if you're quoting me verbatim or not, but what I would say makes Petra's food so good, bro, is typically, bro, with most all of our dishes, bro, we buy, like, our ingredients fresh, dude, so we're making it all from scratch. So, like, anything as far as, like, tacos, enchiladas, chile relleno, dude, like, our salsas, pico, sauces, like, dude, it's all made from, like, fresh ingredients. And then, like, our cook staff, we've had, like, a cook staff that's been there for a pretty long time, and, like, lots of it's family, so it'll be, like, our cooks are, like, it'll be, like, husband and wife and, like, cousin and daughter. So, dude, I feel like we have a good community back there, and we've been able to, like, keep good hard workers in the fam.
You got a legacy.
But, yeah, dude, good recipes, too. I mean, yeah, like, a lot of our recipes are, like, authentic, you know, authentic Mexican recipes that, you know, we've had since, like, the restaurant opened up in, like, 2007, 2008. But
So
I'm trying to think.
I gotta ask, when is the chicken asapado coming back?
Dude, bro, so that's my dish. That's what I like, bro. Dude, okay. I don't know if it'll make a comeback, you know. I hope it does, but it's up in the air.
All right, we're hoping it does.